Infinite love here now. Infinite love here now. There is only that. There is only that. Infinite love, infinite prosperity, infinite good here now. And there is only now, now, and now. Never separate, always all there is. And I'm grateful to know that this infinite now, this infinite love, this infinite goodness is all there is, because then that means that's all I am. That's all of us are. At our core, our essence, we are each infinite good all the time, all the nows that ever have been and all the nows that ever will be. Here now, infinitely, unending, limitless, good, ours, now. And now, like a Jack Russell Terrier, how about now? How about now? Even now, even then, always. So I open my heart today, I open my mind today to the possibilities of more good than I could possibly imagine. I open my arms and say, yes, Spirit, the basket of reception that I am, I open this much, willingly receiving more good. And I know that even on those days when all I can do is this much more, it's way more than I could imagine. So I am joyful to open to the new music, to the new talk, to the new understandings that come with new guests and new voices. And it's only new to me. It's not new to God. I open again, and I open again to the new now, to the love, to the good. And I say, thank you, Spirit, for this wondrous, good newness. I see the shine on it. I am grateful for this. It is so good. So I let my words go into that law that's already got it cooking. You know, it's been cooking for a while. We can smell the smells, the lovely smells of the good cooking. In and through my soul, as me, as each of us. It is so good. And so it is. So I invite you to breathe deeply into that now, into this now, for a couple of minutes. And our gifted musicians will bring us back. And so it is.
I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I
Hi, everybody. We are so happy to be here. We're so grateful that Reverend David invited us to be here, and that we reminded him that he actually invited us. I'm wondering if you'd be able to help me out with something.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, because what we're going to do is we're going to combine the pre-talk song and the community song all in one, but I need help. So here's the deal. There's words and there's moves. So are you willing to move? Okay, so check it out. It's going to be a call and response, so you don't have to memorize anything. You just follow me. So we're going to clarify, right? Magnify, and then I'm going to say occupy, and you say occupy your faith, not occupy your face, although feel free to occupy your face. Okay, so let's put all this together. So we're going to clarify, magnify, occupy your faith. Great. And then we're going to glorify, testify, and then I say fortify, and you say fortify your faith. Beautiful.
And we're always after them. They
Yeah.
go first, so you don't have to try to predict. Okay.
Right.
And then you're going to sing with me. You ready to sing?
Yeah.
You got your coffee. You got the other song in case you hadn't had. Okay. So repeat after me just to learn it. Fortify, fortify, fortify your faith. You.
Fortify, fortify, fortify your faith.
And then it goes fortify, fortify, fortify your faith. And you can move like that.
Fortify, fortify.
There you go.
Fortify your
faith. That's the chorus.
That's it.
You'll get it. It's fun.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Okay, that's it. I believe we are ready. Shani? Yeah, if you want to stand, you can.
Make sure you can see.
Make sure you can see.
Fortify, fortify, fortify your faith. Fortify, fortify, fortify your faith.
And I like to move around, don't be alarmed. No one's ever been hurt, at least not yet. When I was a child, a little bitty baby child, I didn't believe in nothing. Faith is for suckers, I told myself. People who are weak, people who need help. But all around me, everyone would say, you gotta believe, you gotta pray. Believing in nothing ain't no way. Here's what you gotta do each and every day. You gotta clarify, magnify, occupy your faith. And then you gotta glorify, testify, fortify your faith.
Got to fortify, fortify, fortify your faith. Yeah. Got to fortify, fortify, fortify your faith. Oh, yeah.
Time went on, and I grew up. I started to question. I said, what's up with my life, the world, the universe, and how things work? Why am I here? Tell me now, what's my worth? I started to notice synchronicities and a power beyond what I could see. Next thing you knew, I heard Spirit say, here's what you gotta do each and every day. You gotta clarify, magnify, occupy your faith. And then you gotta glorify, testify, fortify your faith.
Got to fortify, fortify, fortify your faith. Yeah. Got to fortify, fortify, fortify your faith. Oh.
You can do
You
it.
can do it.
Make it stronger.
Make it stronger.
Pay
Come on. Pay
attention.
attention.
There's no
There's
need
no need to wait. Fortify your faith.
Now I know, now I see that faith is so much bigger than me. It starts in the heart and grows and grows. Where it stops, God only knows. So if you're down, if you're blue, remember that spirit is bigger than you. Let it hold you, mold you, take you, shape you. And here is all you have to do. You gotta clarify, magnify, occupy your faith. And then you gotta glorify, testify, fortify your faith. Oh yeah, you gotta clarify, magnify, occupy your faith. And then you gotta glorify, testify, fortify your faith.
You've got to
Fortify your faith. Fortify your faith.
and you've got to believe.
Fortify your faith. Thank you so much. I couldn't have done that alone. I mean, I could have, but it was way better with y'all helping. I actually remember when we first started doing these word songs, I believe, Reverend David, were in our Big Bang video, right? I think you were. Yeah, that was our very first one, and you were in our video. Yeah, cool. Okay, all right. So let's dive in here. Here at Centers for Spiritual Living, we know that there is one power, right? One energy in and through all creation. We also know that because it's in and through all creation, it must be here. It must be in each and every one of us, right? Okay, now here's where things get interesting. Because the divine, that energy, that power is in each and every one of us, we know that our consciousness is creative, right? We shape our lives with our thoughts, our beliefs. Now, a lot of us, when we first discover this, we go, ooh, that's cool. I'm going to manifest some stuff, right? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And it's really fun, and it goes quite swimmingly for a while. And then, sometimes, I don't know about y'all, but there's something we really, really, really want, and it's not happening. And we say, well, why did it stop working? Is God broken? Am I broken? Right? Not a good place to be. But check it out. That's actually a sign that you're ready to go to the next level of conscious creation, which is co-creation with the divine. And that's what we want to talk about today. Does that sound good? Like that? Okay. Melissa is going to get us started. Melissa?
How on earth do we co-create with the divine? Especially when we're frustrated, right? Yeah. So co-creation is basically collaboration, right? So I'm going to use those words interchangeably, co-creation, collaboration. So the thing is, when we collaborate, we're in relationship, yes? And it's better, the better the relationship. So it's great when you're going to collaborate with someone that you build relationship. That's pretty natural. Sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes it's easier. Sometimes it's not as easy to have that be fun and a nice experience when we're forced to collaborate with someone, like that. But how we do that cultivating communication is we spend time. We spend time with that person, and we talk to them, and we listen. That cultivates communication, right? So in this case, we're talking about co-creation with the divine, which means you're collaborating with spirit. And so spending time with spirit, you cultivate relationship. You're cultivating communication. And how we do that is we spend time and we talk, prayer, and we listen, meditation. Right? And when we do that, then we are able to understand the voice we're hearing. Like, when a friend calls you on the phone and you say, hey, and they say, hey, and you go, oh, what's up? Because you recognize the voice, right? That's from cultivating communication. So when we spend time with spirit, praying, meditating, hanging out with spirit, we have that cultivated communication from building intimacy with spirit. Yes? So, have you ever had to collaborate with someone in maybe a work environment or maybe here actually, and you notice it's more fun to collaborate with a person when you like them? Anyone notice that? Yeah. And how it's really hard if you don't like them? Yeah. Not that we say that out loud here or anything, but so when Z and I were back in ministerial school, this is like 15 years ago. And I was hired by the music director at the center where we were at the time to be the music director for a concert that was being put on, a big concert that was coming to town. A star was coming. They shall remain nameless for this talk. A star was coming to town, and I was to like hire the band and get them all ready to back up this artist because just the artist was coming. And of course, because this was a famous artist, I was dealing with their personal assistant. This personal assistant was so challenging for me. So challenging. I mean, everything I asked for, didn't get it over and over. And then when I would ask for it again, I would get like this shaming kind of response. It was so hard. And one day I got this particularly snarky email back from them. And I tried and tried and tried to come up with some sort of response that would seem the least bit, even a little bit ministerial. I could think of nothing. So I did what I do in such times of like hitting a wall. I went to the beach. Now, for us in California, in our house on land, we're 30 minutes from the beach. So the whole time driving out there, I'm knowing I'm going to go to the beach to my little favorite spot. I'm going to walk down to the water. I'm going to turn and I'm going to ask Spirit, what the heck do I do with this communication, with this person? Like, how do I do a good job when I can't get what like this whole frustration? I'm just going to like have Spirit tell me what the heck to do. I get there. I walk down to the water. I turn, and what I hear come out of my mouth is, Spirit, why in the world did you make me go to ministerial school? I mean, seriously, I had no idea why I was there, why we were there, but I knew I'd been called, but it was frustrating to not know what the heck I was going to do. Nothing. It didn't make any sense. Anyway, I asked this question, and then I hear a voice, like from the movies. I heard this response in my head say, "You have no idea." Stopped me in my tracks, and I heard it again. "You have no idea." Well, first I burst into tears, and I kept walking, and I just kept thinking about this answer. You have no idea. And it was twice, right? And what I got was there were two interpretations of the way I heard, you have no idea. First of all, you just have no idea. We don't get to know today what tomorrow's like. I mean, psychics think maybe, but, we don't get to know. We don't get to know. And really, that can be okay. You just don't know. You have no idea. And secondly, what I heard was, you have no idea how good a thing I have in mind for you. Like, I got you here. Trust me. Trust me. And shut up. So what I found was the rest of the time through school, which was like 4 more years of school, I would try to go into that cycle of like, why? Why am I? Why do I have to? That whole whiny thing. And I would hear, you have no idea. And it would just shut me up as instructed. So I went through the rest of ministerial school in peace. Now, the worst kind of collaborator is a dictator. You know the one? Anyone here? Like, they come in, they tell you how it's going to be, and you're supposed to, like, jump on board and experience it like it was your idea, too. Anyone ever have to do that? The worst. Oh, my God, so annoying. So what I realized as I kept being with this, you have no idea, and going through school and just surrendering over and over again, which was very annoying. But I did do it. What I was discovering was I had been a dictator with spirit. I'd been saying, you're going to send me to ministerial school, you got to tell me why. You got to tell me exactly. And I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you what you're going to create for me, because I'm a powerful being, and I'm going to tell you when and how and what I want, and that's how I'm going to get it. I'm going to, have it your way, the Burger King thing. That's what I'm going to do with spirit. See, the thing is, though, that's not fun. That's not a fun collaboration for spirit, right? Spirit wants to have some fun. We got to leave room for spirit to have some fun. And then when we do that, it's like magic. Because I know y'all have had the experience where you've collaborated with someone where, like, it's that thing where you, like, have an idea and they hear that and they go, oh, or we could, oh, and they make it better. And then you go, oh, my God, or we could like this. And then this gets better and better and better, right? That's co-creation with the divine, when we leave room for fun. We leave room for spirit to have some fun with us and with our lives, right? Okay, so we've got these 3 hacks for co-creation, little shortcuts that are going to help you get there, get to that co-creation with the divine, but leaving room. First of all, your word. Now, it's a word or a phrase. We have this book. All 3 of these hacks are elements of our Oh My God practice, which is our workshop this afternoon. So if that seems familiar, yes, that's what that is. So, your word. What's your word? We all have one. You say it when something really cool happens. You jump up and down, and from your mouth it emerges. Your word. Or maybe it's a bunch of words. They could be colorful words. Or 1950 words like, golly gee willikers. Whatever it is, it's a word that encapsulates excitement, joy, wonder. When Z and I met and we consulted each other about this, we realized both of us had the same word, phrase, oh my God. That's why our ministry is Oh My God Life. And then this practice is the Oh My God practice. Oh my God. It just pops out of my mouth, right? Now yours could be like, we're both very enthusiastic. You very well may have like, cool, right? So it doesn't have to be like all woo, like me. But that's hack number 1. When you use that phrase, whatever your phrase is, it just comes out of your mouth. You think of your best friend and the phone rings and it's them and you go, whoa, your word, whatever that is. That phrase can fuel the flame of emotion, the emotion you want to call up when you're in prayer, when you're in co-creation with the divine. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's so great, right? That's hack number 1. Hack number 2 is another phrase that I love to add in there to give room to spirit to have a little fun, which is, this is more amazing than I could have ever imagined. And then I feel that, like, oh my God, this is more amazing than I could ever have imagined. Now, that's not leaving room, right? That's hack 2. Hack 3 is another phrase that also fans the flame of the emotion to get you in that place of co-creation and receiving, which is, this is beyond my wildest dreams, which is even more outside the box, right? It's not more than I would have thought of. It's beyond what I could even have ever. Beyond my wildest dreams. Those 3 hacks combined can allow spirit to have room to have fun, but also allow you to be co-creating with spirit in a yummy-licious way. Right? So for more about that, I give you Reverend Z.
All right, so I'm going to share a story about co-creation in action. This was 17 years ago. I went to hear a talk at the Center for Spiritual Living in Santa Rosa. And the speaker that night was this person, you may have heard of her, Melissa Felipe? Okay, I didn't know her at the time. But in that talk that she did, she mentioned the idea of giving room for spirit to have fun, and the idea of, oh my God, beyond my wildest dreams, all that, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm listening to this talk and I'm like, oh. Because at that point, I had been into metaphysics, I had manifested all kinds of cool stuff, right? But there was one area that was frustrating to me, that wasn't working, right? And that was the area of relationships, specifically romantic relationships. So ever since I'd first embarked on the wild and wacky world of romantic relationships, I had a few hurdles to get through. The first was the whole not straight thing. I was raised in Ohio in the 60s and 70s, so like, you know how that goes. So I moved to California and I realized, oh, gay, queer, okay, not straight, cool. Hurdle number one. Hurdle number two was my gender identity and expression. The word that I use, Melissa came up with it, is gender rich. Whole lot of gender going on. I use they, them pronouns, or actually, a lot of times it's they. I'm so sorry. That's my other pronoun that a lot of people use. So I just try, yeah. So those were my first two hurdles. Queer, gender rich, I finally figured all that out. Good, okay. There's another hurdle. Some of you might relate to this. I had a tendency to be attracted to unavailable people. You know? Okay, now for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, I'll explain. So if someone really, really liked me, I wanted nothing to do with them. And if someone didn't care if I was dead or alive, I found them very, very attractive. Okay, well, this wasn't really working for me. So when I hear this Melissa Felipe person talk about leave room for spirit to have some fun, I realize, that's what I have to do. That's what I have to do in this area. I have been a dictator. And it's not working. Now, you might wonder what I thought of the Melissa Felipe person. Like, did I realize that's my future wife up there? No, I did not. But I was very excited about what she had said. So I went up to her afterwards. She had this really cool homemade stole. I'm like, complimenting her stole, and I wanted to talk. She, basically doesn't remember me. She has this, vague remember of this enthusiastic, goofy, gender-rich nerd who came up to her after, barely? Yeah. So, whatever. I went on my merry little way, and I'm working this idea of stop being a dictator, leave room for spirit to have fun, right? In my prayer work, in my affirmations, I'm working it. And something interesting started to happen, which was that as I'm working this and beyond what I could imagine, so I'm open, I start to see this very specific image, right? And it's a woman with short blonde hair. Now, I'm not supposed to be a dictator, right? So I'm not supposed to be having a specific thing. So I wasn't sure about this, but then after a while I decided, no. I'm not a dictator. I'm psychic. That's what's going on here, right? I'm seeing the future. I'm seeing what's coming, right? That's what it is. About a year later, working this, because, sometimes it takes a while. A year after I first heard the Melissa Felipe person talk, I go to a spiritual retreat, and who should be the music director but Melissa? Cool. So at this point, we start talking, and we both compared notes later, it was so great to talk to each other. We just wanted to talk and talk and talk forever. And this is a spiritual retreat, so other people were gathering around us, and, we're supposed to be all namaste. We were really no must stay, leave us alone, we just want to talk. But, we were polite. But this began a period of what we now refer to as back in the day, where we both thought that we'd found our new best friend, but we didn't realize that there was anything more going on. Because at the time, Melissa thought she was straight, and I was waiting for the woman with short blonde hair, right? I knew. I'm psychic. I know what's coming, right? Finally, though, we did realize what was happening. It took about 3 months, and we're like, Oh, now here's the thing. We were both praying that open-ended letting spirit have fun thing. We were both saying, have it be beyond what I can imagine. And that's what happened for both of us because it was not what either one of us was expecting at all. And now, here we are, 15 years later, we're married, and talk about spirit having fun. All this other stuff has emerged that we had no idea would come. Like the word song things that we do, that was all Spirit's idea. Not going to have a brick and mortar ministry. I want you to go out in your travel van and then create this stuff online. Like, Spirit is so much smarter than we are. Like, really. So all this other stuff, it really was beyond our wildest dreams because it wasn't just the relationship, it was all this other stuff too, right? Now, you might be wondering, Z, you gender-rich nerd, you, what about that woman with short blonde hair? What was that about? Well, here's the thing. I think Spirit did plant that idea in my head. Because you know that whole pattern with the unavailable people thing? I was the one who was unavailable, right? And so when Melissa and I were first hanging out, I was available to build a deep friendship because I wasn't fixated on like, this is the person, right? I was like, oh, I already know who it is. But this, oh, I can build this deep, rich friendship, which then can organically build into something more. So here's the question for you. Is there anything in your life that up until now, up until this moment, that you have been unavailable to? Probably the first thing that pops into your head. Okay, so hold that thought. Melissa's going to do one more thing with you.
So if you would close your eyes and take a deep breath. And another. Continuing to take deep, full breaths. Allow your body to relax. Now bring to mind what area showed up for you when Z asked what you've been unavailable to up until now. Good. Just pick one. If you got more than one, just pick one. Now imagine yourself thinking about that area of your life when it has become so magnificent that when you think about it and how amazing it's become, your word or phrase automatically pops into your mind or out of your mouth. Now bring that excitement about your new level of good into your heart. That incredible excitement about that area of your life as a mind-blowing, joyful thing right into your heart. Breathe that through your whole body. Watch and feel it emanate out from your heart with every breath, filling you with incredible joy and gratitude. Good. Continuing to breathe this joy and gratitude into your heart, allowing it to emanate from your heart and fill your body. As you do, say your phrase to yourself. If you didn't get exactly what your phrase is, just pick one for today. Yours will come clear this week when you have something amazing happen. So you're going to repeat your phrase in your mind to yourself after I say mine. Thinking about this area of your life, holding this feeling of joy and gratitude in your heart as you think about this area, and oh my God, your word. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is more amazing than I could have ever imagined. Think that to yourself. This is beyond my wildest dreams. And again, your word in your mind, after I say mine, Oh my God. Oh my God. And maybe now out loud if you want. Whatever it is, it can be okay in here, even if it's colorful. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you, Spirit. And so it is. Amen. No, here they come. No, here they come. They're coming. They're coming. They have a mic that works. Oh, our God.
I can't say my phrase up here, but I said it in my head. That was great. Thank you, guys. Yes. So we are here about our prosperity. We have 2 more weeks. I want to thank everybody that's pledged. We are doing amazing. I think we have 40 pledgers. 44? I didn't know about the other 4. Okay. So, Carrie, if you could put up what we're at right now. Wow. Woo! Wow. Nice. So thank you, everyone. And I wanted to say, if there's anyone who still hasn't pledged and is thinking about it, what someone told me when I first came here was, if you don't have a lot, you can pledge $5 a month. So just don't let it be a hindrance, whatever you're comfortable with. There's a lot of perks about being a member, and Susan's going to talk about one of them.
Yeah, excuse me. I interrupt this broadcast with a message from my soul, which is 2 more weeks doesn't mean when 2 more weeks is over that you're over. It's just that's a deadline for what? For the budget. Thank you. Not one of my strong points. It's a deadline for the budget. But after that, if you feel so moved, and some of you will, that'd be terrific. And I feel moved to say that today, if you talk to this lady here, Jennifer, who happens to also be my housemate, yes, you can still go to the wonderful luncheon for people who have pledged anything. And so I would love to open that idea for all of you who may not have yet taken that step so that we can see you at this amazing luncheon we'll be having. All right.
Sounds good. And then just let me know what you like to eat, because we have fun food planned. And then we have one more thing, guys. We have a testimony from someone in the community. We've been doing that every week, and today we have Denny.
Yes, glorify and testify. So, yes, many of you know what brought Carol and I here, and it was a journey that we ended up at Susan Einhorn's for a solstice celebration. And someone asked me, well, where do you go to church? And yeah, no, don't go to church up to here with dogma and all of that. Well, then we found this community. They told us about it. We thought we'd check it out, and we have been coming here ever since then. And it's because of, the family that we have here. It's because of all the things that we learn. And one of the things that is so important to us is the whole thing of service, because it has to do with what feeds us as well, right? When we give to others, and the whole point of this is that it's in the manner in which we give to. So whether we give in service and give financially to support our center, when we have our little strings attached, that whole circle of how everything works is restricted. So when we give and we don't expect anything in return, it's a true gift, and it makes all the difference. And I'm here to tell you that it has made that kind of a difference in our lives. Without a doubt, we are so blessed. I look at all of you, feeds my soul. You are so important to me. All of you. So, from the standpoint of pledging, it has to do with integrity. It has to do with support. It has to do with our finance committee preparing something that then gives back to the community in a way that you are telling us you would like to be fed. So help us with that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
That was beautiful, yeah.
Beautiful.
Would you like another song? Yeah. Okay. All right, well, okay, we'll do it.
I was just a child. The Spirit came to me. He said, girl, you have things you are meant to do, so lean on me. There have been times when I thought I wouldn't make it through. And that's when Spirit would turn my head the other way and have me sing to you. That if I believe, I can. I know that if I can see it, God has a plan. And I will get to the end of my life and be proud of the race I ran. 'Cause if I believe, I can. Following my dreams, I've often felt alone. But each time I was wandering, thinking I was lost, I would be shown. Now I stand here in Olympia. I know I am right where I'm supposed to be. And I will hold to the truth God has given me. Now that I see that if I believe, I can. I know that if I can see it, God has a plan. And I will get to the end of my life and be proud of the race I ran. 'Cause if I believe, I can.
There was a time when I couldn't go on and I tripped and fell. Oh, I was down, full of pain, misunderstanding, closing in, nowhere to go, but where I landed, wait. That's when I heard a voice in me. It filled me up. It said, believe in yourself, what you're here to do. You got no more excuses. When you follow what's true for you, I was raised up. I was made new. Now I'm standing here right in front of you to speak, to give you the word that was given to me. 'cause nothing can stop you if you believe.
Others may say that I am wrong. Ha! What can they know when I know that if I
There was a time when I couldn't go on and I tripped and fell. Oh, I was down, full of pain, misunderstanding, closing in, and nowhere to go. But where I landed, wait,
Oh,
that's when I
know
heard
that
a voice in me.
I can
It
see
filled
it.
me up. It said,
God
believe
has
in
a
yourself.
plan.
What you're here to do, you got no more excuses. When you follow what's true for you, I was raised up. I was made new. Now I'm standing here right in front of you to speak, to give you the word that was given to me. Because nothing can stop you. If you believe that I was raised up, I was made new. Now I'm standing here right in front of you to speak, to give you the word that was given to me. Because nothing can stop you. If you believe, yeah, to give you the word that was given to me. Because nothing can stop you.
I can.
If you
Yes, I can.
believe.
Thank you so much.